Hey everybody, JC here with another T&I toy review. And today's review is in association with JediInsider.com, your #1 news source for everything Star Wars. And for today's review, we're going to take a look at the new Star Wars The Black Series 6-inch Resistant Trooper figure from Hasbro. Now this 6-inch figure is based on the Force Awakens movie. It comes packaged in the same style packaging we've been seeing with all the Black Series figures this year. You've got the black box with the red background, the Star Wars The Black Series logo up at the top, the figure clearly displayed, and then an image of the character and the name down below. On the side we have the red border, and this is figure number 10 in the series. And then on the back of the packaging we have a brief bio in multiple languages. Okay, so let's get this open and take a look at what's inside. So here's a look at the figure outside the packaging. Now the only accessory this figure comes with is a blaster rifle, and this rifle is designed very similarly to the other resistant type characters we've gotten in the line, like Finn and the Poe Dameron and the Target 2-pack. So, and like with those weapons, you've got pretty nice detailing with the sculpting and the paint applications on this. You've got some wash work, looks like it's got some rust color on it to give it that metallized, used look on it, like again we've seen with the other blasters from the Resistance characters. And then you've got that tip at the front that's in par with all the other blasters of the similar design. You've got some nice detailing on the back stock of the gun. You've got the scope. So overall it's pretty nice looking. It's a fairly soft plastic, but it comes out of the packaging straight. You can get him to hold it in his left or his right hand. He probably holds it better in the right hand, but you can also, he will hold it in his left hand as well. Okay, so for the figure itself, I think Hasbro's done a really nice job with this, with the paint applications and the sculpting. Now these guys didn't really get a whole lot of screen time in the movie. I don't really recall seeing much of these resistant troopers at all, maybe when Leia's ship lands, but really again these guys really didn't have a lot of screen time. But overall I'd say the figure looks nice. You've got some nice wash work on the coat's fully zipped up. Then you've got this web gear over his shoulders. It's a separate piece, but it's glued onto the figure so it doesn't move and it's not removable or anything. You've got this helmet. The helmet's not removable, but he does have this piece that flips up, so it does reveal like a portion of his face, and he's got a dark skin, a mustache. You can see his eyes through the visor, which is a yellow translucent plastic. So overall, again, nice detailing here. With the helmet and the face, I think looks pretty good. I'm not sure what the point of this flipping up really is supposed to be, but yeah, I guess it's a blast helmet. But would have been cool maybe if you could take the entire helmet off, but as it is, it's still kind of a cool feature. And I like the detailing on the helmet. You've got some looks like washed off decals. A lot of the stuff that the Resistance use seems to be old used parts from other organizations, including the Rebel Alliance. And again, you got some nice wash work and sculpting detail on this jacket, and then the pants are just brown, and then you've again got some wash work on the boots and some nice sculpting detail on the boots as well. So this figure stands just a little bit under 6 inches tall. This guy's maybe a little bit shorter than a First Order Stormtrooper, but they're pretty close in the same height. And here's a comparison with all the other Resistance related characters that Hasbro's released in their 6-inch line. Articulation on this figure is okay. The head is on a ball hinge joint. He can look left and he can look right. He can look down some and he can look back pretty good. You can get a little more down movement with the head if you lift that blast shield up on the helmet. Arms attached with the ball hinge joint. You can get the arm out good. He's got good rotation. He does not have a bicep swivel. He does have a swivel at the elbow. He only has a single hinged elbow, unfortunately. I would have preferred to see a double hinge so you could get him in some better double-handed rifle holding poses. He's got the swivels at the wrist, and he's got hinges on the hand, so he's got good down movement. With the way the sleeve is sculpted, though, it comes over the wrist. He doesn't really have much in the way of up movement with the wrist. He does not have an ab crunch of any kind. He does have a waist swivel that's under this lower part of the jacket, which is done with that vinyl material, so you have to kind of turn it at the legs, and it is still restricted because the jacket is pretty tight, so he doesn't really have a whole lot of swivel there. Legs are attached with ball joints, but again can't really do the splits very well because of the jacket that comes down over his legs. Does have a bicep swivel, has a double jointed knee, so good bending at the knee, and then has hinges on the feet, so up and down movement, good up and down movement with the feet, and he does have ankle pivot. helmet, and then 2 peg holes on the bottom of his feet. So that's my review. Overall, I like the figure. I like the sculpting detail, and I like the paint applications on the figure. I would have liked to have seen a little more articulation on it, especially with the arms, with the elbows and such, for the, to get him in some better rifle handling poses. But otherwise, I think this is a solid figure. I like the helmet. It would have been cool if you could have taken the entire helmet off, but I do like that you can lift the blast shield up or keep it down. When you keep it down, it makes him look more generic. So if you're going to army build this guy, I like that feature. Now, these guys really didn't have a huge presence in the movie, but I'm sure we'll see more of them in the upcoming movies. And like I said, definitely it will be good to army build to take on those First Order Stormtroopers. So this figure is out now. It's part of the 3rd wave of Black Series figures this year. And we'll have a full gallery of images up at JediInsider.com. There's a link in the description below. And as always, leave a comment. Let us know what you think. If you're so inclined, please like the video. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. And until next time, I'll catch you later.